Hi everybody, this is Dan Butler and I am going to take you through Tweetdeck, a dashboard application to maximize the power of Twitter. And what I'm going to do first is go to tweetdeck.com, and then once I get there I am going to use the sign in button, and it's going to have me automatically taken here, and I am going to enter in my Twitter handle and then my password and get myself logged in. And what I'm going to do is I am going to start fresh and remove my different columns that I have, and I want to talk through how this organizational tool works for Twitter. So I have nothing on my page right now. I'm completely blank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this plus button and I'm going to add a column. And when I do that, you can see I have all of these different choices come up. The first one that I'm going to put on and that I would recommend is the home column. And as you can see, as I clicked on that, I have a couple of different Twitter accounts. I have one for my Upworth Elementary School, another one for my Farley Elementary School, and then for my personal one. So for this particular one, I am going to add just my personal, and I add that column and then click out of here. So what this home column does, these are all of the people that I follow on Twitter. Whenever they're tweeting something, you can see that that's coming through live. There's no refreshing that needs to occur, which is great. So this Paige Rainey, that's somebody that I follow, Tom Murray, Maureen Miller, all of these people I follow, so when they tweet, it's coming up to this home. All right? Now, I am going to add a number of columns across, things that I like to see to make sure I'm seeing everything and I'm following everything that I want to within Twitter, and I can manage myself a little bit easier. So when I go to add another column, another one that's essential for me is my notifications. All right? This would be anytime that my name is tagged or mentioned, if somebody favorites one of my tweets, if they retweet one of my tweets, whatever the case might be. So those are my notifications, and you can see there it is when I am mentioned or whatever the case may be. I can see that right within that column. So that's nice as well. A column, I will add another one. Another column that I like to have handy are my favorites. Tweets that I have favorited. Could be important resources, different links to things, whatever it might be. I want to have quick access to those, so maybe it's something that I can look at right away, or maybe I need to access it at a later date. So I'll favorite that, and then I can always go back to that and find out what it is. Nathan's telling me if you watch one video, watch this one. So I have not watched that yet, but it's something that I would like to look into. You can see I've got all the different favorites within that column. So that's one that I like to have as well. And then the other one, and this is where the power of hashtags really comes in. In order to access what's happening within different hashtags, and within this presentation I mentioned the power of hashtags and a couple of hashtags that I'd really like to follow. And by doing that, here's how I add my hashtags into this column format. I'm going to go to add, and I'm going to go to the search. One of the hashtags that I mentioned within the presentation that I just delivered was Iowa EdChat. So I am going to search for hashtag IAEdChat. By doing that, here is the Iowa EdChat hashtag, and I'm going to go ahead and add that column. So what this does, anytime that someone tweets using that Iowa EdChat hashtag, it's going to show up within this column. Now here's the great thing about this. I don't necessarily have to follow all of these people that are tweeting to this hashtag. Some of them I might, some of them I might not, but if they're using that and I have this column up, I can see what's being tweeted, what resources are being shared, and so forth. So that's the Iowa EdChat hashtag. And you might participate in a Twitter chat, and if you do, I would highly recommend that you use Tweetdeck because it's such a powerful tool and it helps you organize and stay on track with everything that's going on. Another hashtag that I like to follow is EdChat. So I'm going to type in hashtag EdChat and add this column. Now, this is a pretty active hashtag, whether there's a scheduled chat going on or not. And I'm just moving this right over here. I can move these freely by clicking right over it. When I get these arrows crossed, I can move them how I choose them. So when you look at EdChat, I'm just going to stop for a second and let you look as things are added. There's not a regularly scheduled chat right now for EdChat. It's just as people are tweeting things and they're sharing resources, they're using this EdChat hashtag. And everything that's coming up is right within this column. I like to have this up on my Tweetdeck all the time because there's great resources that are being shared. And do I look at it all the time? Absolutely not. And to think that I'm going to follow all of these tweets that are coming in, no way. That's why it's called a Twitter stream, because it's continuous. It's just going and going, and I will check on it every now and again. I've got some time first thing in the morning. I will usually look at my Tweetdeck and see what's being shared and what's happening within the different hashtags that I follow. Another good one is this conference that we're at, and this is the hashtag TIC AEA1, and by searching that I can see what's going on within this conference. Now the great thing about this is that there's going to be many sessions that are going on simultaneously, and I won't be able to be two places at one time. So I might be attending a session in one room, but something else, something really great might be being shared in another. By following this hashtag, I can see what's going on. Okay? Another hashtag that I've started following pretty closely since we have an instructional coaching model new to our school this year is EduCoach. So I search for hashtag EduCoach, and again, working the same way. As tweets are made using that hashtag, you can see the different things coming in. Here is a reference to the teaching channel, a great resource. Some other a resource to a blog post, a link there. You can see this is kind of getting busy across my Tweetdeck. I've got 7 different columns right now. A home, a couple of different hashtags, my notifications, and so forth. At any time, you can get rid of these if you would like. You can simply click on these in the top right-hand corner, and if I want to remove that column, I simply remove it. And you might only want a couple at a time. That's completely up to you. All right? So I can add and remove as I choose. So this can get pretty busy, or it can be just pretty succinct as well. And you can see there's just different options of things that you can add to this. Okay? So, if I want to make a tweet within Tweetdeck, what do? Well, I just go to this new tweet button, and since I have different accounts, great thing about Tweetdeck is if I want to tweet to all 3 of these accounts at the same time, I can do so by just looking at, by selecting those. And I'm just going to say it's a great day to be a Bobcat. And I'm not going to use any type of hashtag or anything, but I will tweet this, and what will happen is this will go to all 3 accounts. You can see right on the home, there it is, with Farley, Epworth, and then my personal account. So that's how a tweet can be done within Tweetdeck. And just in closing, this is a fantastic tool to leverage the power of Twitter, to keep yourself organized and just really harnessing everything that Twitter can offer. And if you are participating in a Twitter chat, I would highly recommend utilizing this tool. Hope this video has been helpful for you, and thank you very much for your time.